PBSVA Red Cell Sabotage Scenario Report. Subject: Supply Chain Vulnerability of Everyday Paper Products. Classification: Red Cell Exercise Foresight Modeling. Report date: 29th of August, 2025. Executive Summary. This scenario highlights how everyday products can present systemic supply chain vulnerabilities. Why this matters? Ubiquitous use means any loss of confidence has broad consequences. A single credible incident could undermine multiple paper product categories. Scale: global, affecting households, institutions, and critical facilities. Impact: recalls, lost trust, and significant economic disruption. Attack vector: detailed methods are redacted for safety and responsible disclosure. High-level contamination introduced upstream can propagate through complex distribution networks. Distribution: modern retail chains can move large volumes quickly, amplifying reach. Packaging often makes contaminated and uncontaminated product visually indistinguishable. Activation mechanisms are intentionally omitted here to avoid operational detail. Focus instead on consequence. Localized release in enclosed spaces can increase exposure risk. Public reaction: first confirmed case can trigger widespread panic. Corporations face recalls, lawsuits, and reputational collapse if trust erodes. Fatality and casualty modeling: sanitized figures for planning. Immediate effects concentrate in enclosed, high-density locations like institutional bathrooms. Projected single-incident impact, modeled as multiple casualties requiring rapid response. Regional contamination scenarios indicate scalable casualty and health system strain. A small fraction of contaminated supply can translate into large-scale public health outcomes. These figures inform preparedness planning, not operational guidance. Economic and corporate impact. Large-scale recalls and liability can create multi-billion-dollar exposures across manufacturers and retailers. Retailers face inventory losses, brand erosion, and legal exposure. Insurance markets may reprice or exclude new categories of risk, stressing corporate solvency. Public reaction can include panic buying and emergence of informal markets. Trust is a primary casualty. Its recovery is costly and slow. Mitigation and recommendations: stand up joint government and industry biochemical safety task forces, strengthen chain of custody verification from raw material to retail, implement randomized independent testing for chemical contaminants, retrofit production sites with monitoring and detection systems adapted for chemical safety, develop a visible global certification standard for verified safe products, install appropriate detectors and alarms in high-risk institutional settings, train medical and emergency personnel for unusual chemical exposure scenarios. Initial global rollout carries substantial cost and ongoing compliance expenditure. Sustained compliance funding is necessary to maintain systemic resilience. PBSVA Final Call: vulnerability, real, overlooked, and globally relevant, requiring coordinated action. Timely disclosure and mitigation can prevent large numbers of casualties. Corporate liability is immediate once a credible scenario is publicized. Outcome: a potential industry overhaul that emphasizes safety and verification. New standards and markets for verified safe products would likely emerge. Closing statement. This exercise demonstrates modeling to reveal plausible systemic risks before catastrophe. Call to action: industry, regulators, and analysts must collaborate on prevention and resilience. Responsible disclosure requires withholding operational detail while sharing risk assessments. Signed, PBSVA. Author details redacted to protect sensitive information. For source materials and mitigation resources, consult the linked brief. Thank you.